Christmas time. I have some Christmassy trigger sounds. And I think that I might try and give you guys a little tour of me and my boyfriend's mini Christmas tree. So I might go on a little field trip to the living room after I soothe you with some advent calendar sounds. Tonight, me and my boyfriend have our first Christmas movie marathon, and it's two that I think we haven't seen before, because they're one is that RuPaul's Drag Race Christmas movie that looks like it'll be something, and then the other one is it Michael Urie from Ugly Betty, has a gay Netflix Christmas movie that we're really excited to watch. And then going into this weekend, I am pretty sure we have a marathon of the Princess Switch trilogy, the Vanessa Hudgens and Vanessa Hudgens starring playing all versions of herself. And that genre of like Netflix Christmas movie has become my favorite type of movie. I think that I only want to watch, like I think I was sick like a year ago in like August, and it was like July or August, and I was feeling so awful, and I think just every movie that's come out of the last decade has just been depressing as shit. So I watched all of the Christmas Prince trilogy in a day, and I felt a lot better after that. Who's in those movies? Rose McIver plays the Queen of, not Genovia, because that's the Princess Diaries. Who, what's the town? They live in, actually, what's funny is they actually filmed those movies in Romania, and it's not far from where the 23andMe test my family took said that our relatives are from. So that's a little Christmas Prince history. And yeah, I mean, like, hands down, those are probably my favorite movies ever. I really like them. I hope they make a fourth one. There was, I don't want to spoil a Princess Switch 2, but fans of the Christmas Prince trilogy, there's a little treat for us in that movie. And I haven't watched the Princess Switch 3 yet because we were waiting for Christmas to have a marathon where we'll watch them all in order. And I'm so excited. Any movie where you have a former Disney Channel star playing multiple roles, it's a hit. That's the only type of movie that ever has to be made, I think. So I'm very excited. And my boyfriend's so sweet. subscription program where you have to join yearly to buy a lot of their dolls. And I was unaware that the Trixie doll was going to be a widely released, or not widely released, but like a general release. It didn't require club membership. That's what the highlight of this is. And I went on Instagram and I blocked my boyfriend so that he couldn't see this post, but I was asking people if anybody would be so kind to share their membership to get the Trixie Mattel doll for my boyfriend. And thankfully, somebody responded and let me know that she was a wide release, but I'm having this absolute panic because I know it's going to be the perfect Christmas present, and he's sitting right next to me, and I am he's also scrolling Instagram, and I'm desperate for it to not show up on his feed because I don't want him to find out about the doll. And he looks over and he's like, "Are you okay? What's wrong?" And it's not often that I appear stressed or panicked. And he says, I just blurted out. I said, "They made a Trixie Mattel doll. I have to get it for you. I don't know how to do this." But luckily it was a pre-order, so even though I didn't have the money for it right away, I was still able to snag a Trixie doll for him, and I'm not sure how I will present to him for this holiday, because he knows about it, because I blurted it out, but I'm thinking I either print out a picture of it and wrap it so he has something to open, but he does have a lot of other gifts for me coming. That's exciting. That'll come next year at some point. But they bumped up the pre-order window, so I think that when this video goes up, if you don't know about her, you can still get her. At least I think that the pre-order window for those dolls was extended from the original, which was like going in like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Oh, but so why I was telling that story was because he knew about his big Christmas present. He came home last night with my big Christmas present, and I was so excited. I had no idea that I was going to be getting an early Christmas present, and he said, "Can you go hide in the bathroom, or can you just stay in the bathroom and not come out?" And then he told me I could come back to the living room, but I had to close my eyes. And he wrapped it up in blankets because we didn't have wrapping paper. And then he said, "You can open your eyes," and I opened it. I went over and I thought it was 2 shoe boxes, but I was so excited. It was the Rainbow High big Amaya Rain doll, who I love. I call her Clown Amaya, and I think a lot of my friends on Instagram call her Clown Amaya too, because she's kind of circusy colors. But yeah, I'm so excited, and she's actually really come in handy because she right now is holding up my light fixture, and I think I look great. So thank you to my boyfriend for the Big Amaya, and thank you, Big Amaya, for your lighting assistance, and she'll be getting a production credit for this video. I'm going to swap over to the other item I have. funny news is that Lindsay Lohan is playing an heiress who gets amnesia and falls in love during the Christmas season with the guy who rescued her, I think, or maybe he's her doctor. And it was looking a little dark there, like it wouldn't get made or it wouldn't get released in time for Christmas this year. But it's confirmed it is coming out, and I even have a friend whose uncle is working on the movie, and I am so excited to have a new Lindsay Lohan, guys. A new Lindsay Lohan movie, you guys. I needed this. It makes up for the past 2 or 3 years if we have a Lindsay Lohan amnesia heiress Christmas movie coming up. And this in here is Christmas popcorn. It's chocolate drizzle. Chocolate caramel drizzle, maybe caramel. But we're gonna devour this while we have our movie marathon tonight. And I have a pork roast in the crock pot for dinner. So that's a cooking while I chill for the rest of the day. I'm a little bit out of whack. I have fibromyalgia, and when the seasons change, I'm more susceptible to having these kind of body pain symptoms that are kind of randomized. So I'm feeling a little bit almost like compressed all over. Like my muscles kind of feel like they have to tense. But filming these videos relaxes me a lot. So why not force myself to feel better, or encourage myself to feel better by sitting down and talking with you guys. We have 2 of these. I think the other one is just regular popcorn. And then I'm trying to think of what other Christmassy stuff we got going on this month. I feel like I've never really had that many traditions, and we're kind of in the phase where we set up our traditions now. Like last year we did our mini tree, and we had our first Christmas Princess Switch marathon, and now this year we'll do it again, and hopefully tack on some new stuff that will carry on to next year's Christmas and so on, which is really exciting. I love having full reign over celebrating. Sometimes, when you have a big family, it's hard to get a grasp on what you do every year because everybody has different schedules and different favorite things that they do and what they can participate in and what on the 1st. And I thought I was going to forget until like the 5th. So I'm really proud of myself for remembering to do that. And I'm thinking probably later in this month or some other weekend, we'll start doing, or we'll have a marathon where we watch some of the more classic ones. So we've got Rudolph and Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and those two are my favorites. But do you guys? Okay, this is kind of like a deep cut for like anybody like 18 and older who might remember this. There used to be a Christmas claymation movie or stop animation movie that played every year, but it really wasn't that Christmassy. It was like it was like kind of like a fairy tale where there's like fairies living in the forest, and there's some conflict where there's like dragons or monsters attacking, and there's a scene where this little pixie girl who's like maybe all the pixies or fairies are tiny, or maybe she's a baby one, but a dragon is attacking them in the woods, and this little fairy girl just goes up with the tiniest little stick and electrocutes it to death, and they don't play it anymore. And I don't wonder why, but I've never found out what that movie was. And I remember probably watching it like up until the point I was like 6 or 7. I feel like there was a good bulk of my life where we watched that every year. And yeah, so strange that I've never found anything relating to what that movie is, or even the scene where the claymation girl electrocutes the dragon. Like, that's apparently not a very Googled thing, and I feel like I run into that issue a lot where I'm the only one who's ever Googled one thing before, and I want to know what that's about. There's too many people on this planet that nobody has ever thought about the fairy girl killing a dragon in an ABC Christmas special. And there was something in there reminding me of something else. Oh yeah, a really funny thing that again, over 18 would probably remember this, is your family not wanting to buy VHSs of the Christmas classics. So you have a VCR player and you can record your TV with it. And we got one probably right around when my younger brother was born. And VHS. And my younger sibling, who would go into my parents' bedroom where the VCR recorder was, and they would turn the TV off every time. And so we did not get Rudolph on VHS that year, and we tried again the next year, and my sibling was still not aware of what the goal of leaving the TV was on, and they spent that year turning the TV off whenever Rudolph was on and the VHS recorder was on. And so we didn't get Rudolph that year. And it wasn't until the third Christmas that my sibling was alive that we got Rudolph on VHS. And I don't know if we even still have that VHS. Although it would be amazing to go back and see what commercials were playing on, what is it, CBS that played Rudolph, or ABC? I think this was a time before every network had its own streaming service and could block airing rights to public domain films. But I bet that there was a lot of Betty Crocker cake commercials and Bump It and what was it? Those mail order balloons that were like gum, or like they were like goo or something, so that they would deflate or pop. Oh, and do y'all remember those airbrush machines where you had to blow through it to airbrush like tie-dye t-shirts? That was big when we were kids. I think we had that. Yeah, we had the balloons. Those commercials worked too well, because the toys that came were never, ever it. And I think right about now I'm going to take you guys on a little tour to see my Christmas tree. So I'm going to grab this. Got my slippers on. Opening up the door to the living room. So we have our Christmas tree. It's very Charlie Brown, I know, but I love it. We've got two Little Mermaid creatures. We have the Little Mermaid herself. There's a mouse asleep in a basket. We've got an ornament, that's the two of us. And who else is on here? There's a bird, a little pink lady bird with a nice winter scarf on. There's the abominable snowman. And my boyfriend asked me if I noticed he had teeth, because his scarf was like this the whole time, and he has the cutest little smile. He's precious. And that's it. That's our tree, you guys. So we'll go celebrate